Hello. I just got some water. Just gonna move us over to the stream proper in a second. I'm glad to hear that you like the waiting banner. That was done by my friend Smumphy. She is great. She's made this whole like stream layout for me, just kind of free of charge, which is really. Yeah. Let me get us over to the stream page proper. Hey, time. There we go. Oop, it would probably help if I actually had the game on the thing. Give me a sec. I still had it set to capture Guild Wars 2. That's right, I recorded a shitpost some time back. Yeah, I wanted to go for like synthwave, vaporwave kind of vibes. Let's see if that gets us going. There we are. Ah yes, glad you like my 8 without table shirt. Oh hey, Tally. Thank you for the watch streak. Yeah, hopefully you can get to experience. I mean, this is going to be a lightly modded experience. I've added in a couple of things. Some of it is quality of life stuff. Some of it is I put in a furry mod because of course I did. And just before launching the stream, I put in a couple of the vanilla expanded mods, which kind of change up the gameplay a little bit. Yeah, I guess it depends on the kind of mods. So let's start a new system. So we're going crash landed. Oh god, yeah. I mean, that happened with me last year when, like, just around about the time that RimWorld Odyssey came out. I decided to give it another look, and before I knew it, I had lost maybe a good couple of months to a colony that I'd done, like a fairly basic one. Like I didn't have too much going on with it. Like it was just the no anomaly content, no ideology content. It was just almost vanilla with quality of life stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go for the classic 3 crash landed survivors, and we have our 3 AI storytellers. We've got Cassandra Classic, we've got Phoebe Chillax, and we've got Randy Random. I'm gonna go with Randy Random. He is incredibly dangerous, but also possibly one of the more chill storytellers. Prime Ambition, hi, hello, welcome. The only furry tag streaming RimWorld. We're gonna do Strives to Survive difficulty. I'm probably going to regret that. We do commitment mode, which is permadeath. I'm not sure I'm ready to explore anomaly just yet. We'll do it one thing at a time. So anomaly incidents disabled. Anomaly is really fun though. Like conceptually speaking, just the idea of turning RimWorld into a horror survival game. Kyle. I mean, not gonna lie, he's got it going. He's your type. Okay. So now we need to make a world. I generally like doing 100% globe coverage. There's no way I'm going to be able to explore the entire globe. It looks weird when you have, like, the entire globe, but only, like, 30 of it has land. Somebody give me either a word or a phrase of, like, up to 6 words. I want to use it for the seed. Lightly modded includes Anthracone. The 16 Wolverines playing. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Yeah, so the little PNG tuber that you see, I actually based it on the custom design that I do for my pawn. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rain. Ooh, you know what? Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Let's try that. It is kind of... I didn't intend for it to be capybara coded. This is actually based on a friend's species that he made recently called... like, he's called them hobgoblins. It's kind of like his version... He decided to make, like, legally distinct char, basically. But with the bunny snoots. I love the bunny snoots. Fellow Benui. Yeah, this might take a hot minute. It was working fine earlier, but it might just be that streaming at the same time as playing might make it a little bit trickier. There we are. Now we have our planet. Yeah, I didn't want to mod too heavily. I have, well, I don't know the mod list off the top of my head, but I've got things like all memories fade, which makes positive and negative memories just like diminish gradually rather than staying at full strength all the time and then suddenly disappearing. I've got allow tool, which kind of improves some of the designating stuff. What else have I got that's really good? Oh yeah, I've got pick up and haul. Pick up and haul is like essential. Just for making sure that they don't take absolutely forever. So, to explain to you, I can bring up the factions list. So these are our factions who live on this planet with us. So the blue houses are our Civil Outlander Union. The lighter blue barns are the Pigskin Union. The orange tents are a Gentle Tribe. The green arches are a Fierce Neanderthal Tribe. The red A's, those are the Savage Impids. Impids are a particular species, So, in RimWorld, there aren't exactly aliens, but rather there are what are called xenotypes, which are either alternate evolutions or genetic modifications of humans. Impids have the ability to breathe fire. We have Itikan pirates. Itikan are also xenohumans who have been evolve to be fluffy, like hardy for the winter. I love them. They can also communicate with animals. We have Waster Pirates, and then we have a Fallen Empire. Oh, and we also have an Orbital Traders Guild. Impids are rough business, especially if you've made your buildings out of wood. So I want to try and stick to probably like where the blue buildings are. The light blue ones not so much. You can get the pigskins to be your allies, but that takes a little bit of work. So I'm gonna try and find I either want a temperate forest or maybe arid shrubland. So, hostile with a number and hostile without a number. So the ones that have a number, you can swing them around to your side. You can basically, yeah, if they've got a number next to them, you can influence them and eventually, like, make them your allies and kind of work with them. But Savage Impids, Itacan Pirates, and Waster Pirates will always be hostile towards you. Yeah, this faction is permanently hostile. They will raid your settlements and caravans. Relations with them will never improve for any reason. So... Dead Donkey Prairie. Alright. Let's try... well, tropical rainforest, maybe not. Grasslands... grasslands can be good, but I don't like the lack of trees in grasslands. Canberra Prairie... Temperate Forest. We'll stick with the good old Temperate Forest for now, just while I get the hang of things. I want to try and stick to the roads. You don't want to be too close to a settlement because that also affects your relations with them if you're too close to them. But I like to be on the road near one. And I particularly want to find a place with granite and marble, because those are some good stones to work with. On the road again? I can also, yeah, slate, marble, and granite here I could do. And then it's just a short jaunt onto the road and then down to there if I want to trade. That is a shorter growing period for the year though, 35 out of 60 days. Now, I can roll with it. So the ideology system, I've been wanting to play with this a little bit more. Because I usually just leave it inactive. And just go for like basic stuff. But also actually having like an ideology can be kind of cool. And can give you some really nice boosts. So I will load probably one of the more vanilla leaning ones I've done. Actually, let me see here. I could do classic like. Your colonists get a belief system like classic RimWorld. The rest of the world has separate ideologies. Nah, I wanna try making a custom one. I do, you know what? I'll probably roll with the one that I've made before, which is the Path of Ethics, which, admittedly, despite being called the Path of Ethics, they do accept some fairly unethical activities. I picked them more just for their behaviors, making some aspects of the game easier. Namely, well, on the better side of things, the Path of Ethics has research bumped up to be quite a bit faster than normal. Less great and more on the war crime side of things, they're perfectly fine with cannibalism. Not that they're going to do it, but like, if they need to, they won't be super upset about it. So yeah, I will share it real quick. So you make these ideologies are part of the ideology DLC. You can basically make a system of belief for your people. I've gone for supremacist, collectivist, and human primacy. Supremacist largely just because that gives you the ability to have your colonists not care too much about corpses. That's really the main reason. Also because of combat specialists. They have shooting specialists and melee specialists. Collectivist gives you the ability to speed up the work of your people. You're basically all like working together. And human primacy, I went for the production specialist. Other than that, they're fairly chill. Physical love is free and approved. We're all polyamorous in here. Void study and research are both very fast. And yeah. This game, you will probably do some war crimes. But it's all for the faction. Hey, Warrior 506. Welcome to the stream. Okay. So I'm gonna change one of these. And I'm going to load my Hobgoblin. The mod's best match doesn't really matter. No snooze me with the exotic cat ladies. Well, the exotic cat ladies are xenohumans, so... Hey, Ari. Welcome. So, the Hobgoblin species, I've done... So this is using the Anthrosone mod. So, basically, I've just got a goat fur, cat ears, and a wolf tail. They are sterile, so just like acer than ace. And in exchange for being sterile, they are very, very good crafters. And I'm gonna roll this a few times because I want my own goober. She should show up at some point. I've not tried Anthros for everyone. I'll have to give that a look. Come on, where are you? I'm afraid of clicking too fast because I click right past it when she shows up. Come on, you're supposed to show up. Unless you've already ended up somewhere else. Where the hell? I like doing like a mix of furries and humans. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what's happened, but for some reason my own character isn't showing up. I will have to do this the manual way. Which is, I'm going to load a preset that I've made before. So here she is. Randomized should be random, but like I swear I had this set. So I had this set so that my backstory in game reward would show up more frequently, but for some reason she just was not showing up there. Now I'm a bit hesitant of doing this because I've noticed that with the Pawn Editor mod, sometimes when we drop into the planet, not everybody gets their starting gear, which is weird. Forgot her backstory. That was originally, like, back when I first did the backstory in game, there was a Chaz, and it was like a, you know, experiment gone wrong kind of thing, but I decided to change that up because I didn't want to have a custom pawn that was incapable of violence. So instead, this is the Glitterworld kid. That's her childhood backstory. She was the daughter of a Glitterworld influencer and his genetically engineered perfect mate. She grew up learning to rub shoulders with the cream of the crop, though she always preferred her personal space, reading books and tinkering with tech. Then she grew up to be a traveling handywoman. The Glitterworld audience wasn't yet ready for Chaz's VidTube series with all of its spanners and hammers and planners. That kind of works for mechanoids, they said. Undeterred, she set out for the stars in search of people who would appreciate her skills. The wildlife out there looks scary, though. That was meant to make her incapable of animal handling, but I guess they forgot to add that in. Oh, anyway, so she's got some shooting. She's great at construction and crafting. She's got some social and intellectual, so she's going to be our research gal. We also have Ludmila Mila Fisher, who is a Neanderthal aromatherapist. She's great. She is psychically hypersensitive. She's a night owl, and she's the most beautiful Neanderthal woman that you have seen. Snoo snoo with the giant lady. And then we have Shannon, a deep space miner. She is also good at constructing, but she is here for digging up minerals, and she's also an all-round combatant. But I think Ludmila is going to be our melee specialist, and Shannon will probably be our... I guess Shannon could be our hunter, because she's got the better animal skill. So with all that said, let's get into it. And hope that everybody gets their stuff. So, fair warning, I am using a graphics mod, like a little graphics overhaul mod called Clean Textures. So the terrain that you see here will not be the terrain that you would see in regular RimWorld. I just thought it looked prettier, so I wanted to go for it. I saw it in a Hazard video, and I'm like, oh no, I need to find out what this is. I cannot believe my chat. You lot behave. Meanwhile, I'm over here just like... Okay. So I've got a couple of performance optimizer mods. They should maybe help in the long run. The three of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. Sweet, we've got all our stuff. Oh yeah, RimWorld has a lovely soundtrack. Okay, so let's get everybody equipped with gear first. Ludmilla, get the plasteel knife. Shannon, you get the bolt-action rifle. And Chaz gets the revolver. Mila, since you're my melee specialist, I'm going to give you the flak vest. Chaz gets the baggy pants because I like the baggy pants, good old flak pants. And Shannon as my... Oh, Jesus Christ, I just realized we have a Masterwork Psychic Foil helmet. Nice. Shannon, as the sharpshooter, will get the flak helmet. Okay, let's get a look around the map. Got some horses up here. That's good. Ponies without legs. Yeah, I love the art style of this game. Just these goofy little playing pieces. Peanut ponies. Also, yes, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to help you make up a PNG tuber. It's very, very easy. I'm using a program called ViadoTube Mini, and beyond that, it's fairly easy to make up. Like this little goober that I've got, that's I'm talking through right now, is basically 4 images. One with the mouth open, one with the mouth closed, and then one with the mouth open and closed while blinking. But it's, yeah, just give me a poke on Signal and we can talk about it. Okay. So let's get back to this. So I've got the game paused because I need to plan out my initial setup here. So normally the first order of business is to make up a little storage building, but I find that it's a little bit easier if I set up a few shelves first. That way nothing has any time to deteriorate. Because if it's left out in the open, it will start to gradually deteriorate. And if it's left to deteriorate for long enough, it will be destroyed. You would be absolutely correct, Kyle. First little while is chill, and then So the AI storytellers are kind of like, well, you remember when we played Left 4 Dead 2, how the game has like an AI director. So they're basically what dictates what happens in the game. And so, your three choices there were Cassandra Classic. Cassandra Classic is kind of almost like the base experience, which is that she'll give you some time to set stuff up, then she'll throw some hardships your way, and it's kind of like this push and pull that gradually intensifies as you progress. It's by default tied to your colony's wealth, so like how much stuff you've got will determine the amount of challenge that your encounters have. Phoebe Chillax is similar, but she gives you a lot more time in between incidents. And then Randy Random throws all that out the window and says, fuck that, I'm just gonna throw whatever at you. It could be good, it could be bad. You're just gonna have to find out the hard way. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna cancel those shelves, and then... Oh yeah, also, my colonists are all barfy right now. Because they were just in, something called crypto sleep. And now they're suffering from a temporary sickness because of that. Yeah, crypto sleep sickness. After effects of using a crypto sleep pod, including dizziness, nausea, and vomiting. So, yeah, I've got some barky goobers for a little bit. So am I. I would appreciate some time in between incidents. And maybe some water. So far so good. We're just getting kicked off. I am also just gonna close a few extra programs here just to keep things neat and tidy, and then I'm also gonna check and see. So we have 20 minutes before our next ad run. Jesus Christ, I've got 10 viewers already. That's the most I've had in a while. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Missile Girl is also just a performance enhancing mod. I'm just gonna hide that little alert thing. What? Is it Pablo the Racing Cat? Okay, we've got our basics set up, although we do need some shelter still. Oh, right, I also need to assign my work. So it's set up to... I can't remember. Oh, yeah, no, that's... If you're talking about Zen's post, I think that'll be either Maxwell or Uni. Oh yeah, that's Maxwell. We love Uni though. Oh, I thought Maxwell was a different cat who unfortunately, sadly, passed away like a few years back, and Uni is kind of almost like his unofficial successor. I might be dead wrong on that, though. Okay. Apologies, I'm rambling and getting a little bit distracted, but we need to set up shelter. So I'm gonna make a basic barracks for now. So I've got the structure. Oh yeah, this is like an old tomb. We can absolutely claim this and build on top of it if we want to. That will not enrage the locals. However, let me take a look around. There is stuff that we need to be careful of, like over here, this structure. You know what? I'm going to... While Chaz starts building on that, I'm going to briefly borrow Shannon for a second and bring her over. Because I have a feeling that I know that this might be our ancient danger, as Prime Ambition has mentioned. We'll know if we get a warning. Called it. It's always these, like, sealed structures that are considered ancient dangers, so we'll read that message real quick. As Shannon draws near the ancient wall, a sense of foreboding overcomes her. She isn't sure why, but she feels that this dusty structure may contain great danger. Oh my god, it's somebody with 4 on one map. I remember the colony that I ran that I got like super hooked on last year. We had an ancient danger that I was always curious about, and then I opened it up and my guys almost nearly got completely slaughtered by weird fleshy spike creatures. Oh. Chaz, why are you wearing that psychic foil helmet? You put that down right this instant. You do not hide your luscious mane. In fact, Mila, you... Since you're the psychically hypersensitive one, I'll have you wear the helmet right now. Although really, I would rather just have it, like... Yeah, you know what? No, I'm gonna forbid that. Mila, cancel your prioritized work. I need to... Let's see here. RimWorld policies. I'm gonna edit this. I'm just going to specifically forbid the psychic foil helmets because I don't want one of my guys wearing it right now, but because it's a masterwork, I want to maybe sell it later. And I don't want it, like, when somebody wears something, it will gradually lower in durability and quality. So, we'll name this No Tinfoil Hats. then we'll set that to the apparel policy that everybody's got. And Mila can haul it. Oh, or Mila can go barf on the floor for a little bit. Doofa doofa. Here's one of the minor troubles about Chaz. Despite being an incredible builder, she sucks at working with plants. Which makes it annoying when there's a plant in the way of my building plans, because then she tries to shop it. And that just takes decades. So instead I'm going to cut plants, and Mila, please prioritize cutting that. Trying to chop them with a rock that's a slightly sharp edge. Man, maybe I should stream Vintage Story at some point. Speaking of. Oh, Shanna's building as well. Oh right, I need to set my work priorities still. So I'll keep Shannon lower on the construction priority, but she can be the hunter. Mila is our cook. And then I guess I'm the childcare specialist and the warden. Cool, don't trust me. Don't trust me with the youngins. I'm not a great parental figure. Okay. What do we have for... Oh, we are so low on wood. Oh, I also need to set up Mila's sleep schedule because she's a night owl, and so she is not going to be particularly happy about being awake right now. Yeah, night owl in the daytime. Don't like working during the day. Okay, so let's check your bio. You are a night owl. Mila likes to be up during the night and sleep during the day. She gets a mood bonus of awake at night between 11 PM and 6 AM, and a mood loss of awake during 11 AM to 6 PM. She does not get a mood penalty for being in the dark. So I need to set her sleep schedule accordingly. Oops. So set you to anything. And then you sleep from 11 until 6. Alright. Not that you're going to be doing that just yet, but we'll get you sorted out. Also, man, the fact that we've landed right next to Steam Geyser is very lucky. I can use that later on once I've done some research. Mila, can you take care of the tree? Oh yeah, I mean, Steam geysers spawn on every starting map. Unless you land on grasslands. Grasslands don't have Steam geysers. It's just I'm very very tickled by the fact that we landed right next to one, because usually my first Steam geyser is like a decent little distance away. But this one I can plop a geothermal generator on that real soon. Yes, you can. You need to do research for it, but yes, you can make a geothermal generator, and it's just constant power. Oh, well, Mila has decided to fall asleep where she is, probably because of that sleep schedule. I would have liked to set up a bed for you first, but speaking of furniture, ooh, let me do the cheesy thing for the bed setup. Let me just double check. Yeah, okay. And then we build an end table here. So what I've basically done is a very cheap way to make a bed, like beds, a little bit better at the start of the game, which is every bed gets a little bonus if there's an end table right next to the headrest. But you can just like stack 3 beds, or like 3 or 4 beds around that one headrest. Don't need to worry about that for the dresser though, because you can just like plonk a dresser and it will link to all 3 beds. Oh yeah, we got some spare packaged survival meals. Also, heads up, we have less than 4 minutes until ads. I apologize in advance for 3 minutes worth of ads, but it's either that or you get 1.5 minutes of ads every half hour, and that always feels annoying. Yeah, sorry, I probably misspoke. You can get attacked by giant bugs, though, if you dig too deep into the earth. I need Mila to start chopping a bunch of trees. Yes, we're gonna get real floors very soon. Oh, the building already has a roof. That green means there's a roof over that. Little yellow banana slug motherfucker. I am not sure, but once... Oh! It's a bullfrog. Look at him. Okay, ads are coming up in a sec. So we'll stare at the frog while ads play. And we're back from ads. Yes, I do think it would feel pretty good to kick Elon Musk right in the jaw. I am guessing also that Twitch doesn't do targeted ads, because I think we have one person talking about Fanta, one person talking about football. But also, yes, welcome to the stream, Trobos. And also, it is cracking me up how many people have said that this character looks like a capybara. We've had a few capybara comments already. This is actually a creature that my friend Woozy, like feeling kind of woozy, is their name, and they made these creatures called hobgoblins. It's like their version of hobgoblins, essentially, that were meant to be kind of a legally distinct version of the Char from Guild Wars 2. And so, since I usually play as a Char, I figured I'd make hobgoblins in I'd make hobgoblins as a xenotype in RimWorld. Also, yeah, once again, I'm deeply sorry about the advertising content. If I could skip them entirely, I would. Like, just disable them entirely. But unfortunately, I think even if I turned off, like, ads... Like, even if I turned off ads on my side, you would still get pre-roll ads. So I figure instead I would, I should, at the very least... They might be long, but they're also less frequent. I will show you the xenotype as soon as I find her. And also, unfortunately, it is very, very dark since it's nighttime. Oh yeah, we've got llamas. Here she is, but she's got, like, a bunch of, steel up in her face. So we can't see it. Also, yeah, we've got llamas. Or alpacas, actually. And I also saw some other creatures that, we could make some use of, eventually. So these very bizarre creatures are boomalopes. So boomalopes are creatures that have been genetically engineered to produce chemicals. Engineered for chemicals production, the boomalope grows a large sack of volatile chemicals on its back. Though it is weak and fragile for its size, other animals have learned to avoid it because of the huge explosion it produces when it dies. It can be milked to produce chem fuel very carefully. So yeah, if you can tame some of those, you basically get free chem fuel, which is great for powering stuff later on. But you want to be careful, because if they die for any reason, they will explode. That includes old age. If you have a boomalope that is, I don't know, What's their life expectancy? Their life expectancy is 15 years. So let me see here. We've got one that's 3 years old, we've got one that's almost 7 years old, and we've got one that is almost 2 years old. So that's fine. I'm not sure about butchering them. I mean, I assume they still leave behind a body when they explode, so you can butcher that. But I don't think Boomaluk meat is worth it. Okay, let's start. Okay, gonna try and get some lighting and power set up. So let's just take a look at Chaz's initial mood here. Well, she's gotten hungry while sleeping, but she's extremely comfortable. She's not going to be happy about sleeping in a barracks. Nobody is. Yeah, dull barracks. I had to sleep in a dull barracks. Not only that, but I also had to share it with other people. She's not happy about that. But in the early game, low moods caused by various things are offset by the fact that while your colony's wealth is low, your character's expectations are also low. So you get a very good... You get like a really good boost to your mood until you can, get on your feet. And yes, the running joke... Oh, Jesus Christ. Randy, why? Shannon and Chaz now have malaria. That ain't great. I guess Ludmila is my medical specialist. Right, I'm gonna make Chaz and Shannon's beds medical. Mila, I'm gonna need you to start treating that malaria right away. Excuse. Alright. And she's back to chopping trees. So that's less than ideal because I haven't had a chance to set up the rest of my stuff yet. Mila is my melee specialist. If a wolf or a bear tried to get at her, I do not doubt that she would probably be able to drop it in a few hits. In fact, it was funny. So this is not the first save that I've played these three on. Because of the pawn editor allowing you to save loadouts of pawns. I actually had another one where there was a small pack of men hunting birds that attacked us. And before any of my gunners could actually like load up and get ready to take them down, Mila just one-shot all three of them, one after the other, as they got close to her. It was just like, bat, bat, bat. I was just like, Jesus Christ. So glad I got a Neanderthal on the team. No, like, Mila's on top of the world right now. With the very low expectations, and also the fact that she is working at night. Let's see, how are... Yeah, she decently treated Chaz and Shannon's malaria, so they're... yeah. So the disease is progressing, but their immunity is outpacing it. So they're gonna live. They're gonna be fine. Let me just double check with Shannon. Yeah, 4.6% progressed, but also 8.2% immunity. As long as Mila can keep up with the treatments, we should be good. They're just down with the Rona. They got the coof. Yes, I believe Shannon started with a stab scar. Okay. I wonder. I'm gonna maybe lower the priority of bed rest for Chaz and Shannon, just so that we're not completely crippled waiting for them to recover from the malaria. They could work with it. I'm not entirely sure if that will work, but we'll see. Because I need them to make... Fuck, what was I gonna get them to make? Oh yeah, I guess we need to make like a hospital, like a dedicated hospital now. So I'm gonna attach that to the building. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, I should be building with steel rather than wood. We were just talking about wooden structures and their problems. Oh no, the frog's gotten in. Oh wait, yeah, the frog's ours. That is Aries. That is our pet. We have a fucking pet bullfrog. So until I can get something more renewable set up, we're going to go ahead and just set up a basic generator. And I don't necessarily want it out in the open because it can explode in the rain, so we're going to build a roof over it. God damn it. Chaz failed while constructing wood-fired generators. Some resources have been wasted. Unfortunately, with the malaria, she is a little bit less than optimal at building stuff, which means that she can botch construction. Let's get that all wired up. For a 98% construction success chance, she has been botching a lot of these. It's fine. Chaz, would you stop trying to chop the tree? Mila, could you take care of that for me real quick? I know you're just about to sleep. And that last one. Just, you know, before she ends up dying of malaria trying to chop down a tree. Chaz just apparently has never heard of a hatchet. And no medical treatment is needed. Let's see here. I guess Mila's about to sleep. I better not interrupt her anymore. So instead, I'm still getting used to this menu. Welcome back, Kyle. Yeah, so because of the sudden outbreak of malaria amongst Shannon and Chaz, I am attempting to set up a basic hospital. Keyword attempting. Fuck, what was I doing? I completely spaced. Oh, right. I need to assign Shannon to do doctor work as well. And I also need to allow her to self-tend, since she has some medical experience. Now she's off to tend to herself. Yeah, it's the frog. The frog is actually our pet. Actually, Shannon, real quick, can you fuel the generator? There we go. Yay, now we've got light. Fuck's sake. You're right, it's the fact that they're sleeping together. No! Mila, please. Oh my god, I can't believe they all have malaria now. Or it's just Ares has decided to harbor mosquitoes. I guess this has become our hospital now. However, I believe Mila, as a Neanderthal, I believe has a much better immune system. I'm not sure. Yeah, she's got strong immunity, so she'll be fine. What a rip-roaring start to this colony. So we'll put bed rest to lower priority again, just so that we can actually get some work done. Because we're all going to make it. Also, see you later, Zen. Oofa doofa, right. I guess I was going to make this a hospital, but now that I have it... Let's get ourselves a research bench up. We need a science lab. It may also help if I gave my dudes a table to eat from. I'm gonna give them a little outdoors picnic table. I've not seen Backrooms yet. However, I'm going to go and watch it tomorrow. I bought a ticket for the cinema in Aberdeen. I was planning on watching it at the local cinema because they said they were going to be showing it on the 12th. But then, for some reason, I checked their website again and they're like, no, we're going to be playing it on July 31st. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not waiting that long. I want to watch the Backrooms now, so yeah, I got myself a ticket for Cineworld in Aberdeen. Like I've seen the original Backrooms video by Kane Pixels. So I'm very, very eager to see what he does with like a full movie, and I just want to get like that cinematic experience. Believe me, as a liminal space enjoyer, I'm excited. Hell yeah, that's got me excited then. I'm gonna move these shelves over because I do want to maybe reconfigure this into a proper storage space. Thanks, Millet. Doofa doofa. Alright, I will avoid that one then. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward the clock here real quick. Just let these two do their thing. Aww. Grab the frog, it's asleep. It's helping put down floors. Okay, we need a research project. Oh, that's right, I have... Well, okay, I've got the HVAC project, which I can't do just yet. However... I had a thing, like I had a mod that I put in here that I want to try and mess about with, but I'm not entirely sure where. Not Death Rest, I'm not entirely sure why it's I did enable it, right? Let's see. Options. What options? Maybe I didn't? No, that's a nice plants menu. Oh, actually, that would be a way to find out. Zone, growing zone. Let's make a zone for growing plants. So we can start growing some food. Okay, I do have vanilla plants expanded installed. I just need to figure out how to do soil tilling, because that is part of that mod. Let me check the research project. I mean, I'm probably going to research batteries first anyways, because that's an important thing for long-term power. Oh, fertility? No, that's for pregnancy. RimWorld really lets you like customize your experience to what you want it to be. Like if you want to have it be like more relaxed and just focus on building, you can turn down the difficulty and throw on Phoebe Chillax. Like you can even adjust difficulty and the AI storyteller like in the middle of a save. If you go to gameplay storyteller settings. So now I can just like swap over to Cassandra or Phoebe, or if I feel like Strive to Survive is too much with the malaria, I can go down to like Peaceful, which basically disables direct threats, but diseases, mental breaks, and mad animals can still kind of happen. Or I like to do Community Builder, which is like raids can happen, but they're less intense. Or Adventure Story is a nice, like, middle ground. Adventure Story was where my first, like, successful settlement kind of kicked off. Strive to Survive is, like, the default experience. Or, like, a default difficulty. But I will stick with Randy Random's Strive to Survive. Back to the research. What the hell is... Yeah, there's different ways of befriending people to your crew. One of the more common ones is if you down somebody in a fight, you can take them prisoner, and then you can gradually convince them to come around to your side. Or you can enslave them if that's more your thing. I'm not entirely sure where the but like apparently there's a research with vanilla plants expanded that lets you till soil to make it more fertile. And I'm not entirely sure how to do that. Unless it's Well, I didn't see it in zones. Shrink zone. I should have done my research on this. Let me check it real quick. Oh. Yeah, thank you for dropping by, Kyle. And I will hit you up later to talk about the to talk about setting up your own PNG tuber. Ah, I see now. Tilled soil, there it is. Alright. So I can designate a spot to be tilled soil. I'll try that over here. Huh. I think I just witnessed Ares, munch on some plants right on the soil that we're about to till. That's sweet. He actually helped us with farming. that's going to take a while. Just check my mod stuff. So actually, I think adaptive mode has been on for a while, so I can probably disable that now. I guess the adaptive mode alert kind of just automates that process. Okay, let's speed things up for a little bit. Let's see how Shannon does with killing Child. Oh wow. She's actually a bit faster at it. I wonder if it's... Oh, it's based on construction speed. Okay. So if somebody's good with plants and construction... Interesting. Well, I guess I can put Mila to work as a constructor as well. She does have some experience with it. Oh, and our battery for charts is nearly done. Sweet. We have less than 4 minutes until our next ad run. Just as a heads up. So it'll be a good time to see about getting yourself something to drink, something to eat. I should probably consider it this time. Oh, medical treatment needed. We'll let Chaz finish her research first, and then she can get that medicine. Yeah, we got batteries now. Mila's going to take a break to do some doctoring. Honestly, this malaria is kind of eating up her medical supplies. Ah, I see. Although Mila has a passion for medicine, she's also slower at studying, being a Neanderthal. So it kind of slows it down a bit. Nah, well. Alright, ads coming up. See y'all after the break. I'll just let Mila do her thing. Alright, and we're back from ads. Have to double check that. I'm going through the expanded plants that I installed. Strawberries, which are vanilla. We got tomatoes. Tomatoes won't be destroyed on harvest, similar to fruit trees. So I guess that lets them like regrow afterwards. Short, fast-growing crop that yields small amount of grains. Yep. Pumpkin harvest will always succeed independently of the colonist's plant skill. Although that is a very long growing time. I think I'll stick with good old rice for the time being. Research product. We need solar panels would be good to have. So how's folks doing anyways? I know it's kind of slow going right now. Come on, Shannon. I believe in you. Harvest that heal root. Don't botch it. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Chaz and Shannon have both developed immunities. And Mila is well on her way to recovery as well. Mila can probably get off of bed rest duty again. So we should have some more heal root around here. Okay, let's like that one, and then get Mila to harvest anything that's fully grown. Okay, yeah. Mila is just about immune. kitchen/fridge combo. RimWorld, and it's just for the fellas. Nice. Alas, I've actually just got a trio of gals here, so those gals being pals. Mila and Shannon need something to do. Well, we need more wood, so that would be a start. Dame World. Steel structure. Yeah, I'll do something like this. I'm not going to worry too much about doing like the insulated walls for the fridge. I will probably still do the protected structure though. I will do like a little airlock system here. Oh, that's right. I have yeah, I have the vanilla temperature expanded, which gives me some extra options for heating and cooling, which is sweet. Don't think I need anything too crazy for this. I'll start with the one. I'll start with the one cooler and see how it does. Make sure that I point it the right way. Oh, I can't do it until the walls have been built. Sweet. Alright. Structure, wooden door. Pop that there. Probably help if I found a place to set up battery storage as well. Ah, and the research is like just nearly there. Sorry, hang on a sec. Shannon and Chaz shared views on the link between the morality of poverty and self-replicating machines. So they're basically just both saying, fuck AI. Based. cancel these plant cuttings. Cancel that one as well. I want you to focus on the ones that are in the way of the buildings. Cancel that one. There we go. Chaz, you stop that. Get this concrete done. Alright. Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Shannon thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? Nyaurelia. That's an interesting name. The Federation of Izistan. Lanbo. The Shobium Compact. Mahanusha. The Southern Forendaler Covenant. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I like it. Shannon also thinks you should give this settlement a name. What should this local settlement be called? Themyscira. Sure. Themyscira. Boom. We are now the Southern Forendaler Covenant. And we live in Themyscira. Chaz, would you stop trying to cut the trees? Jesus Christ. Alright, cool. Solar panels done. So let's get some renewable power and energy storage set up. Yeah, set it up here. These will always be a little bit misaligned, but it's fine. We're gonna need more steel. We should have some crashed ship trunks around here somewhere. Let's search. No, ship trunk. He kinda fell in a decently tight little area. That's good. Focus on deconstructing those. And then we'll also mine this chunk of steel here. Alright, speed things up. Mila, what can you help us with, Mila? Yeah, let's have you harvest some berries. Also, since you're our melee specialist, let's have you attack nearby enemies when you're not drafted. Oh, for fuck's sake. We've gotten sick from the flu. This appears to be the disease run. Alright. No doubt Chaz is going to catch a flu shortly afterwards. I guess I can set Chaz up to be a doctor as well. She's, at the very least, got 3 skill in it. Not the best, but at the very least, as long as we have a non-sick doctor. I'm assigning you to bed rest, just for the time being. Excuse. No, I've got the flu. Ah. speed that up a bit while they work on it. We need the new research project as well. Could move us over to geothermal, that'd be very funny. This is right as I'm getting stuff set up with the wind turbines and everything. Let's do advanced lights. That's an easy research. Yeah, Mila, how are you doing with your flu? You are really cutting it close with that immunity bit. Which is weird because you should have you should have like improved immunity from being a Neanderthal. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Shannon, despite not actually doing much bed rest, is doing surprisingly well at combating the flu. Let's let you... Yeah, I'll let you dig the rest of that, and then that should be enough steel for the time being. Haul some of it to storage. Okay, phew. That would have been very bad. Like, I saw the rain starting, I'm like, that battery is unroofed. The last thing I need is it fucking exploding on us. Alright, skipping through the night. And a little over 5 minutes until our next ad. Mila's improving gradually with the flu. Shannon seems to be in good shape. Mechanic signal, that is the quest for Odyssey. I'm gonna keep that on the buffer for now. Don't need too much in the way of power generation just yet, so cancel those. We are low on food, however, we need to fix that. Shannon, you are our hunter. Let's go ahead and... Hang on. We're so hungry. How hungry? Alright, probably help if I set up our fridge. Frigidator. Oh. Sorry about that. This is the worst. I'm like, man, low food, I should probably hunt. The weather just ends up being the worst for hunting. Cannot hit for shit. Can you not shoot the generator? Come on. Alright, Shannon's turn again. She's at a break. And it's becoming nighttime. Fuck me running. There we go. Jesus, that was an ordeal and a half that we got there. Ah, Christ. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, after surviving a bout of malaria, Shannon and Mila now have the flu, and I feel like I personally have caught it through them with all these fucking sneezes. And also we're low on food, and Shannon took a decade and a half to hunt a horse. Alright, Mila. We do need to grab some food, so let's get some simple meals up and going. Huh. Randy heard my plea for food, apparently. A group of donkeys, abandoned or lost, have wandered into the area. They seem accustomed to human contact and are joining the colony. How many do we got? We got Donkey 1 and Donkey 2. Look at that. That is a breeding pair. Where did Donkey 2 head off to? Ah, there you are. Mark you both for slaughter. I wish this rain would stop so that I can actually hunt worth a damn. I also need Mila to get us some fucking food. Alright, Mila. I know you're not going to be happy about working while you're sick and also during the day, but... Deconstruct that now, actually. I don't need it anymore. Cancel digging at that steel and try and haul the rest of it. kind of wondering when our first raid's gonna happen, because, like, we've been here for a few days now, and everything has been fairly chill, except for being bombarded with disease. Which, admittedly, has eaten right into our medical supplies, which fucking sucks. I wonder, actually. Donkey 2's there. Well, skip through the night. First things first. Advanced lights done. Our lights are now more efficient. Get some honk shoe time in. Let's research smithing next. Make a better melee weapon for Mila. However, Mila's gonna survive the flu. Shannon is nearly there, actually. And Chaz is unharmed, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send a caravan over to I'm gonna send Chaz and Donkey 2. In fact, let's send both donkeys. Or actually, before I do that, let me check and see. Okay, yeah, they will buy donkeys. So instead of slaughtering the donkeys, we're gonna go ahead and take them with us. I can't believe I'm literally just going, oh man, donkey equals food. Wait, donkey could equal more food. Oh, money could be exchanged for goods and services. You're right. Okay, so we're going to send a caravan. It's going to be Chaz and both donkeys. And that will give them a lot of movement speed. We're also going to take with us the psychic foil helmet and Chaz's old pants, because that's worth a decent amount. And I'll also take, like, I don't know, 200 silver with me. Travel supplies, we only have 3 packs of survival meals left, but we do have plenty of simple meals. I will take herbal medicine with me instead of the actual medicine, because Mila still kind of needs that right now. So we'll save that much. Your caravan only has 2.5 days worth of food. We are less than a day away. We will be fine. Plus the reason I'm taking both donkeys, not only to sell them, but because from what I understand, if I remember reading the mechanics right for caravans, the difference between how much you're carrying and how much capacity you have will also affect your movement speed. So if you have like a lot of capacity to spare, say if you take a couple of pack animals with you, you'll be zooming. Fleeing Praetor. That is one of the royalty quests. Unfortunately, Chaz has to walk halfway across the map to wrangle these donkeys. She's gonna go grab supplies. Oh. We're still good? My system kind of locked up for a second there. Which might be a sign to take a break soonish. And there goes a Chaz. With 2 donkeys and a hope and a prayer. Oh yeah, fucking watch this. As soon as she hits that road, we'll speed up time a little bit. Fucking Noom. Meantime, over here. Shannon, you wouldn't mind, like, actually taking that shit into the fridge, right? I swear to Christ. Leaving the rice out in the rain to get soggy. Highly unprofessional. And Chaz has arrived at Bennett. Sweet. Let's do business. So I'm selling these 2 donkeys. We don't need them. I'm also selling Psychic Foil Helmet, which is a masterwork. Actually, before I do that, I wonder... I don't know if it had art on it. And my pants. In return, we need so much medicine. So 20 medicines. We also need a lot of food. Let me see here. Ooh, Principles of Non-Perishable Food. That's a skill book that would get us to learn packaged survival meals. That'd be good. Grab one of them. They have Luciferium here. Good to know. I don't want it, but we could have it. Yeah, let's buy a few fine meals. That should last us. And I'm still walking out here with 279 silver. Sweet. Yeah, let's trade. Back to Themyscira. And this is why I like to settle near another settlement. Alright. Since Shannon is recovering from the flu, Mila is... she's nearly there. And actually, I apologize for maybe wrapping things up a little bit early here, but well, we'll wait for Chaz to get back home first. Let's get you zooming back here. But I think it would be good to wrap up stream shortly, just because I want to wind down for the evening. But I will be streaming more RimWorld soon, hopefully. Come on, Chaz, you can make it back. Don't snooze. She returns. With goodies aplenty. And Mila has just about recovered from the flu. Although it's definitely a very, very close call. Not entirely sure if it was going to get to extreme, but yeah, 5% left. And just in time for the rain to stop as well. Cool. Everything is finally just like coming back together. And Chaz returns to enjoy a well-earned meal. Alright. So, with that, I think that's a good place to wrap up. Let me get us over to the goodnight screen. And yeah, thank you all for coming by, and I shall see you soon.